Good morning, guys. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm here at the Avida Tower 2 in Iloilo. What a beautiful place. I've been here for about 3 days and I'm getting ready to head back. I'm not going to use a mic today. Look at this. It's quiet here, very quiet. If you don't want to stay in a hotel, you'd rather stay in like an Airbnb type of condo complex, this is a nice place. It's good for two. So you and your partner, and I believe it was like 4,000 pesos for 3 nights, 4,200 pesos for 3 nights. I would say $75 for 3 nights, which makes it 25 bucks a night. And for 25 bucks a night, it's worth it. Okay, it's not the Taj Mahal, but for 25 bucks a night, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's got a pool, security guards everywhere. This is one of those places where I would spend a couple nights here, and then if I like the area and I plan on staying in Iloilo, then I would go to a better hotel. But for 25 bucks and the amenities, this place is pretty nice. It's Avida Tower 2, and I was on my way here from Dumaguete on the boat. My buddy Peter gave me the phone number. I called the lady up. I called her or text her, and she set me up immediately. Said, hey, this is how much it costs. Paid it with Gcash. She got the money. By the time I got here, about an hour and a half later, the hotel or the Airbnb was ready for me. I like it here. I really do. I like it here. Well, the number one thing that I noticed was that the pollution factor. You know, one reason why I did not like Manila, even though I spent about 2 years there, was the pollution. I don't care if I'm at BGC, Makati, some of the nicer places in Manila, it's just a lot of emission. That's their biggest problem. If they had better emission control, I would probably stay there, but the pollution is just terrible. Can't handle it, and I'm not going to do it. I don't care how nice the city is. But here in Iloilo, there's a lot of cars here. Not as many as Manila. But one thing I realized, that as I'm walking the streets, I don't smell the smoke from the emission from the cars. And that's nice. You know, you can walk around and you see all the cars. I believe that they got the emission under control here, which is really nice. That's the number one factor for me. I would say Iloilo is, man, it's nice. It's a nice town. You know, you have all the modern amenities, hospitals, malls. For the last 3 nights, I've walked around Festive Walk. I've walked around SM City. I think that's what it's called. And then well, not just me, Peter and I and Paul, when we walked the waterfront or the boardwalk there. So all 3 of the nights that we were walking around, it was just nice and safe. Well, of course, you know, when you got 3 guys, big guys walking around, nobody's gonna mess with you anyway. Second thing that I've noticed, other than the pollution, like I said, they have a lot of the things that older people need. Like hospitals. There's 5 hospitals in the immediate area. I haven't attended any of those hospitals, but Peter assured me that they're pretty modern, and I think that's one of the hospitals right over there. Oh no, that's a college. That's a hospital over there. That's a hospital. That's a new college. On the last video, I talked about the taxis in Manila. You don't have that problem here. You get in, the flag is down on the meter. When you get out, you pay whatever the meter says. There's no arguing. Once again, I hate to keep harping on what happens in Manila, but it doesn't happen in Cebu. It does not happen in Iloilo. And I hope one day when they get the taxi in Dumaguete, it'll be the same way. Oh, back to the emission stuff. Okay, well here, you know, I hate the smoke, I hate the pollution in Manila. And there's, for some reason, this is a pretty big city and there's not a lot of pollution, which is weird. And I'll give you a comparison. Dumaguete, it's like maybe a 1/4 the size when it comes to hotels, malls. We don't even have a big mall. We have a little Robinson Mall, but no big mall. But in Dumaguete, you have so many tricycles. And you see a lot of old trucks going in and out of the city. It's a small city. You can walk through downtown from one side of the city to the other side in about 30 minutes. That's how small downtown Dumaguete is. Problem is, you got all these tricycles. You got these old farm trucks that comes in town, and buses, and the emission is not controlled. And the pollution is pretty bad in downtown Dumaguete. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. When it's good, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna tell you the pollution is bad in Dumaguete for the size of the town. Now you don't have to stay downtown, but man, for some reason they gotta control the emission there. They gotta get that thing working. How can a city as big as Iloilo doesn't have an emission problem, the pollution problem, and a small city like Dumaguete has it? I mean, the emission there is just as bad as Manila sometimes in downtown Dumaguete. Now I live up in Valencia and it's not as bad. In fact, it's very nice up there, and that's one reason why I live up there. I lived down in Bacong for almost 4 years, and that's a little bit outside of town, but that main drag, you get all these cars and all these tricycles and all these jeepneys going up and down. You can smell the smoke. How do I know about the smoke? Because I drive a scooter, right? If you're in a scooter or a motorcycle, you have a helmet on. You're not protected like you're inside of a car. You're gonna smell it. That's how you know. And once again, I walked around Iloilo the last 3 nights, a lot of traffic, and I did not feel the cough. They have a pickleball at the mall. So if you're active and you like to work out and if you like to jog, you got the waterfront where you can go running every day, which I would love if I lived here. I could play pickleball at the mall every day, which I love about here. There's 3 courts and it's not air conditioned, but it's connected to the building that is air conditioned, so the air conditioning flow in. So during the daytime, you can play pickleball on the 3rd floor at Festive Mall Walk, or is it Festive Walk Mall? On the 3rd floor, you can play pickleball, and I had a ball the other day. It was just great. Got in a few games, and it was nice. If you're into malls, you have the SM City Mall, and then you have the Festive Walk Mall. I think it can compete with any of the upscale mall in Manila or anywhere. It's just beautiful. It's I got some night shots of it. It's a very pretty mall, and it has all the stores that you need. Oh, another thing that I've noticed, let's just say you got 1 acre and you're allowed to put 200 units, which is kind of like this. Then you got 200 units because they're going to give you 20, let's say 20 stories. So 200 units. But what happens if they, kind of unlike in Manila, they allow them to build 40 or 50 story high. Now that footprint for the same spot will fit 500 units. So the density, the population, the people, it just becomes crowded. The thing is that I've noticed is the greeneries. There's a lot of greenery around these buildings. In Manila, you have these big, tall buildings, but there's no greenery because, well, number one, the sun can't get in, and they've used up all the land. Here, I'll tell you, the planners of this city has done a great job. The planners of this city has done a great job with density, with the greenery. I went to the beach. I think it's Aton, where Peter lives. We walked the beach, you know, flat, sandy beaches, beautiful, soft sand, but it doesn't have that crystal, white, powdery, sandy beach like Sarasota, Florida, Venice, Florida, Panama City Beach, which is what I'm used to. I just love that white, powdery, sandy beach, which you will get in Bohol, Alona Beach, and Siquijor in near Cocoa Grove. You know, I don't even like the beach in Dumaguete, but I do like the ability to go to Apo Island, Siquijor, and Bohol within an hour, hour and a half. And that's probably pretty much what you have to do here. Those of you who lived here in Iloilo or knows about Iloilo, if there's some white, powdery, sandy beaches here in Iloilo, I would love to know. But from what I've heard, you have to get on a boat, and it's about 20, 30 minutes, and you'll be able to see white, sandy beaches. All right, lastly, my opinion, would I live here? I don't really want to live in a city like this, right? You got all these big buildings, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of big buildings here. Very modern. You have modern malls. You know, some of the advantage that I just gave you is some of the reason why I don't want to live in a city. I'm used to it. You know, in America, there's malls everywhere. Everything's modernized. Maybe if I get a little older and I need to be near some modern hospital, I may pick here instead of Manila if I don't want to go to where all the pollution is. Health-wise, I'm very healthy. So hospital is not a big concern for me. Having a nice mall to go to is not something that I really care about. I love nice malls, but it's not something that goes, oh my gosh, I want to live here because there's a nice mall. It's just not going to be me. I love Iloilo. It's a great place. My buddy Peter's here. Restaurants was nice. We went to some very nice restaurants the other night. The boardwalk, waterfront is very nice. You got all the hospitals. You don't have to worry about taxi drivers ripping you off. And you probably could use Grab here too. And they have a major airport. You can come in and out pretty easily. The seaport is really nice. So it's got everything that you need. But if you're looking for that provincial type of lifestyle that I live in Dumaguete, you're gonna probably have to go outside of Iloilo a little bit. Yeah, maybe 30 minutes or an hour, which I have not done. I did not get out into the province. But for the city itself, is a small city. It's a heck of a lot better than Manila. I would rather live here than live in Manila, that's for sure. Just because of the pollution and the traffic. Here you got a little bit of traffic, but I think they control it with the density, with the condominium situation. All the builders, they didn't get these permits where they can build a 50-story high building, you know, in a small footprint. And you want to get away from Manila, and you want a slower pace, you want less pollution. Iloilo is a good place to be, and I would not recommend that for Cebu, because Cebu is polluted. The roads are unorganized and the emission is not under control. Here, the roads are wide. Looks like the planners took some time and build the roads correctly. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just giving you my take on what I thought or what I think about Iloilo. I think it's a great place to live if you're ready to retire. I didn't get out and hit any bars. I just went to a few restaurants, and Peter did not take me to any of those places. But the number one thing that you're not going to have here is pollution. You're not going to have the population. The density is not high, and they control the emission. The streets are done well. The malls are beautiful. The food is great, and the people are nice. I think the people are really nice, and the taxis, they're not going to give you a hard time. They're not going to give you a hard time. So, all those pluses. I hope you guys will visit Iloilo, and you may want to live here.